Okay. Yesterday I shared the server details to everybody. What you can do in your search box, just you can go to the remote desktop connection. Here you can enter the IP which I provided, that you can enter it here, the IP details followed by the port number as well here, IP, and the followed by the port number also you need to type it here, followed by the port number also here, right? So then like that here, colon 3311. It's not the 10, it's double one. Okay. So 11th month and the 11th, 11 is the port number. 33 is the common. Okay. Just I created like this here. Then you can use your user ID. Sometimes what happens, you may have get that your Gmail ID and like that. So then in this case, go to the more choices, use the different account and provide your account details here, your user ID, right? And you can enter your password, user ID and password. You can enter it here. Once you enter it here, you will able to log into your your Windows host. This is our Windows server host here. This is our Windows server host here. So here, this is our Windows host where we do the installations, right? This is only for the installation purpose only here. The actual, the login, the actual practicing, login to the SAP and practicing is the different host. Okay. This is only for the installations only. This is only for the installations only. Okay. Now, what you can do here, so you've done it, right? So now, what we can do, so I have done the SQL Server installation. I have done it here in the morning hours today. I went to the SQL Server DB. Then from there, I just executed the SQL for SAP. There is a command. So there is a binary. So if you go to the C drive here, C drive, here you have the SQL DB. Here I went to the command prompt and I executed this one. It asked the SQL Server installation and everything. This is the smallest installation. That's why we are using this one. So later we can install on the HANA DB during the HANA DB time, right? So just click on the enter. So this is done. Installation is done here. Means database installation is done. So main for SAP DB install, DB is must and should here. Database is must and should here. SAP is a three-tier architecture: presentation layer, application layer, and DB layer here. So we have done the DB, right? So DB installation we have done, and again we will discuss on the DB topic time. Now on top of the database, we need to install the SAP application, right? On top of the database, we need to install the SAP application. We have to install it here. So this is the SAP application here. On top of the DB, we need to install the SAP application here, and so GUI here. So GUI here, right? That is what we have to discuss here. GUI and SAP application. So this is the GUI and SAP application and DB. So now we are doing the SAP installation on top of the database here. So for that one, you need to go to, yesterday we went to the system, and there we have the softwares are available here, SAP softwares. So there we have the SWPM tool. Then we can install the we can start the SWPM tool here. Someone moved this file to here. Why? This is should be here, right? What is that? PSAP Dynasty. Oh, soft kernel exports SWPM DB client. Okay. So here just start the SAP Dynasty. Then it will start the URL from the browser here, right? So it will start the URL from it will open the link. It will open the one link here. So see here, it is started. So here, if you open, so maybe sometimes you may have the Windows Internet Explorer that will open as a default, but you can copy the URL and open in the browser here, in the browser. Here the port number is the 4237 for the F4. This is for the SAP here, right? Proceed with the SAP installation. Here our host name is the SAP Practice 1. Okay. Our host name is the SAP Practice 1 here. If you see here, this PC, and right click on this PC and go to the properties here. So if you see here, So where is that? Yeah. So here you see, so our is the SAP practice one, Windows Server 2016. I think I given only 10 GB. We can extend it to the up to 16 GB. We can extend it. I will extend it after that. So then this works. Okay. Then you can, once it is done, here it is asking the user ID and password. So which user you started the SWPM tool, or which user you entered same user ID password, you need to provide it here, right? So sometimes it's keep on asking the user ID and password. Why? Because they are the already there are the open session by the your one of your teammates or one of our team. So often already open session. Then in this case, go to the task manager, then go to the details and see who are already opened. See, there are the multiple people already opened. So in this case, you cannot start. Why? Because at a time only one person can be possible to do the installation here. Then you need to just inform them or kill the sessions here. Then you can start the from your side here. So that is the main reason. Don't think like here we have to enter the multiple users here. Only one user which you started the sum tool. Your user is the administrator user, right? Your user is the administrator user. You can start it here, right? So that's the reason you need to cancel it. Someone canceled my session also. Okay, so that's fine. So you need to cancel the session. So then after that again freshly open it here. Freshly open the SWPM tool. That is only one drawback here. At a time only one person can do the installation in the machine. So multiple people can log in, but at a time only one people can do the installation. In that case, what you can do, you guys can coordinate or just update in the group. I am doing the installation, then others will so do it here. So and also, yeah, let me show you. This will open. See, now it is opening. Previously, why it is asked the multiple times, then there is a problem. So there is a problem with the already opened by other teams. That's why. So here, NetWeaver 7.5, we can install it here, right? So you can install the NetWeaver 7.5 or ECC software is also available. I will go with the NetWeaver 7.5. It will be complete very quickly here compared to the this one. So then what is the database? SQL Server database and installation application server above standard system. Then this one, right? You need to expand like this. You need to expand it here. Okay. Select your database. As soon as you select your product, select your database, then select your what you are going to do installation. Then which one installation? Application server above. Then standard installation. Then you can go with the standard installation means your SAP and DB both are in the same database. Both are in the same application, same host, same operating systems. So then parameter settings. In the parameter settings, you can see either typical or custom mode here. So typical means, so as we know, default settings, it will take it out in the typical mode here. Then, so take it to the next step here. Then it will verify the sum directory. The main thing is here, you need to understand. So what is the tool which we are using, how we are starting the sum SWPM tool, then what is the port number for the SWPM tool, then what are the log files, what are the log files we need to refer, here. So then there is a SAP inst.log file, then SAP inst.log file, then SAP inst underscore dev dot log file. But here, these are the log files we need to refer for the all the installation. This is the main important log file. So then if you see here, yes, so here it is asking the log off is required here. First time we have started the sum to SWPM tool here. So just log off and login is required. That's it. Just log off and the login is required here. Again, you can do the login here. So which means it will set the all the environmental variable. It will set it out. Environmental variable. It will set it out here. That's why it asked us to first time in the host we are doing. So that's why it asked us to log off here. See, automatically again it is starting from. So SID, as we mentioned yesterday, SID. So it depends upon the product. We can give the SID here, right? Either NW, RECD, D for development, ECQ, Q for quality. So like that, we can put the any SID here, right? Just click on the next button, SID, system identification. So we can use the this SID here. So here FQDN, we don't have FQDN, just ignore it here. Then click on the next button here. So then password for all the users here. So you can set the password. All the users, what are the users are getting created here, right? So here, there the multiple users are getting here. What are those users here, right? So here, they are the users during the installation time. So it is asking the password for the all the users here. They are the users at OS level, SAP level, and DB level. Three layers they are the users will be created here. SAP level, there is a SID ADM user, then SAP services SID. This is the this one, and second one is the SAP star and DDIC user, SAP star DDIC user here. Then this is also here DB SID ADM user here. DB SID ADM user will be created. So these are the users will be created in the systems here. Users will be created in the systems here, right? So then, so these are the users. So these are the three users are creating. If we want to do the operating system level, any administration activities here, so then we want to do the any operating system level administration activities here, NWD ADM. So then SAP, sorry, SID will change it here, right? Then you can use the this SID ADM user here. So if any SAP star DDIC users, so SAP level admin activity, SAP level, if any admin activities, we can do the SAP star DDIC, right? So then DB SID ADM, we can use the this user, we can use
Sir,
it here. DB SID ADM user, we can use it here, right?
hello.
Hello.
Sir, one more user is there in DB level system, right?
That is the HANA DB administration
Okay,
time that
okay.
will be created. That is the DB level administration activities. But this is the OS level activities. This is the SAP level activities. That is system is for the HANA DB. HANA DB. HANA DB time system user will be created. Maybe I will mention separately like HANA DB. Okay. But this will not be created in the SQL
Okay, sir.
server and Oracle and everything. Maybe if you think the Oracle, in Oracle database, there is a different user, and DB2, there is a different user will be created. So, depends upon the DB. So, yeah. So these are the OS,
Sir,
SAP, three layers the users are creating here.
sir,
Then
can you show in OS level administrator user
which administrator user you are
OS
asking?
OS level?
This is the OS level.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you show the user?
Creation user, right?
Yes, yes.
We still not started the installation. We are giving the inputs how the users will be created now. So it won't create now. So when we giving the inputs, now it's taking only inputs. Okay. It's taking the inputs
question
now.
later.
Then during the execution, during the actual the execution service, whatever the users, whatever the passwords are there, that will be created. Now you won't get anything. Just we are giving it, collecting the inputs from us. Collecting the inputs are different. The creation is different. Okay. So now we selected the DB. DB don't select this Microsoft W1D. So you can select the, this is the database, our application OS and our OS host name and DB instance details are same here. Okay. Just select this one. So it is asking that path. See here, software path here, software package browser. So which means it's a kernel path it is asking. SAP exe is there means this is a kernel path here, right? Kernel. So in the C drive, in the SAP softwares, we already downloaded the kernel, right? Just click on the kernel. Kernel means it's a OS level binaries here, right? Just click on the select that kernel path, click on the next button, then it will go to the next step here. It will go to the next step here. Right, it is going further. So it is it will refer the all the files, kernel files and everything here. Then so it is asked the kernel SWPM tool we started. Then kernel it is asked. Then database details it is asked. The next thing is left is called the exports. Then next thing is the SAP host agent softwares it should ask. Then remaining things will ask it. Then finally now it is collecting the inputs. All the inputs are collecting here. Whatever the inputs are there, it is collecting the inputs. Inputs means so the information which we are providing, it is collecting all the inputs and everything. It is collecting. Then finally we have the review section. Whatever the inputs, it's already collected or not. Then when we go for the execute service, so then system will take care of 4 hours or 5 hours in this phase. Execute service, it will take the another 4 hours. So all the defining parameters, giving the inputs, it will take the 1 hour. Then after that, when it go to the execute service, then it will take the 4 to 5 hours. Then so in or SAP installation will be finished. Then once everything is available here, then click on the next button here. Then it will go to the next steps here. So now it's collecting the all the inputs and validating the softwares and everything here. So now whenever we go for the actual service, that time it will create the users. We can go to the users means go to the remote section and here we can go to the select users and user accounts. Then when you go for the user accounts here you can see the SID ADM user and the remaining users you can see it in the user ID sections field here, right? But it won't create anything now in this stage. Okay. So now it is asking the prerequisite checker result. Swap size is not met. So that's fine. We can ignore, right? Then do you want to choose the no? No for skip. The prerequisite checks is we can skip it out. It's not required. This is expected for the Windows system. So we can ignore it here. So now it is asking the host agent. So please provide the location of the host agent here. So now go to the C drive here. Now SAP softwares, then host agent. This is a host agent file. Then select the host agent file. Then click on the next button.
What is for we given swap memory? Sir?
Sorry, someone asking something?
Yeah, swap memory. For what we have to given?
Swap memory
Swap
3 into
memory.
RAM size we have to give it. So otherwise just we can skip it out. Later also we can give it. So host
Some step.
agent it is available. Swap memory means virtual memory of the system here. If you go to the this PC and properties, the Linux, the Windows administrator person, so he will provide the these settings here. If you go to the here, then performance, the advanced, then here we need to provide the swap memory. The details we have to provide it here. Suppose example, your RAM size is the 10 GB, then so here maybe you can go to the 4000, maybe 4 GB into 4 into 3. So 12. So like 10 into 3. 3 into RAM size. 3 into RAM size like. So then we can we can provide the, so like this we can provide the swap size here. Okay, 30 GB we can like that we can provide the swap size. But thing is it's required the restart, right? So that's why it's not required, but sometimes it may required, that time we can do that one. So it's not required. Swap size. So, but here we can just ignore it. Later, if we want, we can do that one. But we cannot ignore this type of things. Why? Because software's location it is asking. Provide the SAP host agent. Click on the next button. So now see installation exports here. Up to here, all the steps are common. Every SAP system common. Here exports, it is asking NetWeaver 7.0, right? 7.50. Then here you need to browse the NetWeaver software. So you need to browse it here. NetWeaver softwares, you have to browse it here. SAP NetWeaver. Then SAP NetWeaver softwares, you need to browse, select the SAP NetWeaver. If it is the ECC, then ECC softwares, right? That is only one difference here. You selected the NetWeaver. Why? Because since I selected the NetWeaver initially, then click on the next button. So then it will read the all the files here. The only giving the inputs are very important here, right? Why? Because here carefully we have to provide the all the inputs, what softwares it is asking, and what is the SID we have given, and what is the instance numbers we are giving here, what are the users are getting created, what are the log files are very important, and what is the port number for SWPM is very important. So these things are very important here. Okay. So users are creating. So when it will create, when the actual execute service started, it will create. Now it is only defining the parameters, which means nothing is doing now in the system, just collecting the inputs. SWPM is collecting the inputs. So then after that, we have the review section. When we go for the execute, that time the installation system will do the actual steps. So now database files. So here we can choose the small company, small and medium company, larger company, depends upon the data files, number of files at operating system level, it will create it here. So we can choose the small, it's a training system, right? So we can choose the stall. So very larger system means it's a very big business. Then it's required the more data will be saved in the database level. Then in this case, we can go for the large. So then we can go for the small systems. That's enough for us. Unnecessarily, it will occupy the much space at database level. So the remaining and all normal here. Next. So why? Because the main thing it is we have given exports, we have given host agent given, kernel we have given, SID we have given. So all the softwares, whatever the softwares are there, all the softwares things we have given here. The remaining and all number of parallel jobs. So how many jobs you want to schedule it here. So which means, so by default 3. Maybe to speed up the installation procedure, by default 3 are there here. That is fine. If you want to increase, we can go for, so another 6 we can give it here. That's right. Just give the 6 or 3, whatever it may be. Okay, this will influence the installation procedure here. It will complete soon. Means, so instead of 3 hours, if you take the 4 hours, 3 process 4 hours, then so within 2 hours remaining all the installation will be completed here. So that process, that now the number of jobs will influence the installation procedure and everything here. Then this is the instance numbers here. So SAP means when the SAP system is installing, there are the 2 instances will be created here. There are the 2 instances will be created. One is the PaaS and second one is the ASCS instance. Primary application server and above system central services. There this will be created here. This will be created here, right? That is the main important thing here that will be created here, right? So here PaaS, primary application server instance, there is a 1 instance number here, then application server instance number we have to give it here. Then so you can choose any number, instance number, okay, 00 to 99, in between you can choose any number here. For every SAP SID, there are the 2 instance numbers we have to allocate it here, right? So system automatically by default it will take. If you are okay with this one, you can just click on the okay. Otherwise, just you can just change the instance number to the your own fancy numbers. You can change it here. Okay, but in the real time, the customer will give us the numbers, so that one we can give it here. So this is the SLD. We don't have any SLD. Just click on the next button. Few things are mandatory. That time few things are mandatory means SID, instance numbers, exports, softwares like exports, kernel, host agent. These are the mandatory. So definitely we have to provide the details.
What is SLD, sir?
SLD means system landscape directory. That is the Java system. So means this system information will be updated into the one of the central location. That is the SLD. So here,
Real time it is decided by the company or?
real time definitely. That is one of the product, SAP product only, SLD. Which means all the your landscape, your customer, your company detail, all the SAP system details will be in the one centralized location, on the centralized landscape directory. Suppose from here, there solution manager will pick up the data. From there, different teams will pick up the data here. So that is a very important SLD. So, but later also we can configure it. Now we don't have anything. Then later also we can configure it here in the SAP level SLD. If you have the SLD systems are there, you can integrate this system into the SLD to move the data here, right? So now you see, review the parameter section here. So review the parameter section. So all the inputs we have given done. Whatever the parameters in the review the parameter section, typical, then SID, then password, then DB details, then kernel, and SWPM tool, whatever the inputs we have given, all the details it's reviewing. Suppose sometime if you want to adjust something, you want to edit, then you can go to the select the button, just click on the revise. There is a revise options are there here. Then you can revise it. Then you can change the okay. So wrongly I selected the instance number 00. I want to revise it here. Then we can revise the instance numbers. That's possible here. Okay, that is possible. We can revise it in here. But once this you click on the next button, next execute service, that is not under your control. That is under system control. So you no need to take any action from there. So normally what the other batch people will do are, so once this is done, up to here inputs given, they will cancel the session. Then they will give the chance to other person to work on the up to giving the inputs and everything. And end of the day, we can do the complete installation, then system will be installed. That is also one option, right? So end of the day, we can do the install and click on the next button. So then it will start the execute service. Now, so it's not under your control now. You cannot do anything here. So just you can leave it for 4 hours, the system. Then your SAP system will be installed after that. Now you see, you asked, right? So now it is creating the account. User accounts are creating all the SAP system user accounts and everything is getting created here in these phases. So execute service, actual things happen here, right? The main things will happen, collecting the data and everything, reviewing, then execute service. Finally, it will complete the completed status here. So out of 100%, then 11% is completed here, right? So remaining things, see, SAP services SID, SAP service, NWD system, SID ADM user, then all the things are will happen here.
Can you explain what is PAS and PAS and ASCS?
Yeah, I will explain it. After the installation completed, then I
Yeah.
can show you. It's not only like theoretical explain, installation completed. So we have to discuss about those things as well. So here in SAP, we know SAP, this is a SAP, right? In SAP means it's not just like a one single instance. So SAP, like they are the, when you are doing the SAP installation, they are the two instances will be created. Two instances will be created here. So in these two instances, so in the two instances, the set of services will run on these two instances here. One is like a ASCS instance. Second one is like a primary application server instance, ASCS and the primary application server instance, right? ASCS and the primary application server instance here. ASCS and primary application server here. So ASCS means above system central services here. Above system central services here. So above system central services. Normally short name we will call it as the ASCS, or some people they will call it as the CS, central services. Then PAS, primary. First you are installing the, this is the application server. Normally we will call it as the primary app server, primary application server. So SAP installation is a one brand new house building a one brand new house, constructing a one brand new house. That is construction is in progress now. Then after the house construction is done, what will happen? There is a one super bedroom, master bedroom, and one family members will stay, right? So same as like here, suppose example, the SAP installation is the one of the independent house. So then there you have the master bedroom and child bedroom. In the master bedroom, the set of services will run on here, and the child bedroom set of family members will stay here, right? The two bedrooms, entire family will stay, and this same as like SAP. One bedroom is called the PAS, and second bedroom is called the ASCS by default. By default, you will get the two instances. You will get here SAP equals to, so one ASCS plus one primary application server, right? A plus B whole square, like that. There is a formula, right? Like that, SAP equals to, there the two instances will be created by default. In that, one is the ASCS, and in that instances, what will be there? In the brand new house, what will be there? One family member, one family can stay inside of the home. Same as like SAP. So there is some work process. Some family members will stay. SAP family members will stay. What are those SAP family members means? That is called the SAP work process. They are the 7 work process that will stay, that will come. That I will explain it anyhow. I want to explain that one after the installation. That time you will come to know all the information, right? So this is the way you need to do the installation here, right? So it is doing all the work and everything now. See, but actually you need to wait for until another 3 hours or another 4 hours. You need to wait it here. But till that time, another person, they cannot do anything here. But here you no need to do anything, right? Just we can, what we can do, what we actually normally I prefer. So to give the chance to the other, so up to 10 step 10% I will progress it. Then I will cancel the installation procedure. Why? Because you no need to do anything. That is only inputs giving and review the parameter section and execute service. Just cancel it. That's it. Then you can inform others to continue the installation in the group so that other person will take care of. When the other person is starting, just check in the details tab. Are there any open SAP INST process here? Just cancel those process. Why? Because you keep on getting the SAP everything here. Just cancel that process. Then now you can go to the again one more person just to go to this PC. Then you can go to the here. Then you can go to softwares. Then you can start the installations and everything here. You can go to the softwares and you can start the installation and everything. What is this? TSoft INST. TSoft INST. What is that? Okay, you can start the installation. SWPM kernel softwares are there. You can start it here. Okay, that is where you can start it. Okay, so just update in the group from yourself. So only installation at a time, only one person that I told. So other persons are when just you can validate your access or just as a group, or if you want to connect as a group, you can connect it. Or if you want to connect individually, you can do it individually, not a problem. But update in the group who are doing just hi, I'm doing the installation. Then until then they won't touch it out. When you are doing the installation, someone will start it, then someone they will kill the process in the task manager. That will affect you only. So just update in the group yourself. So you can do the installation. Okay. Then in the Linux also we can do the installation. So that I will arrange the Linux OS as well. But meanwhile, let's get the experience on the Windows side. Okay. Okay, you guys continue, right? Any questions, anyone?
The same procedure you are going to tell us for the ECC also, or we have to?
Same procedure for ECC also. I explained, right? Same procedure for ECC also. Just only thing is you need to select the ECC option. You need to select it here in the some screen. SWPM screen is opened. Just you need to open the SWPM screen. Then you need to go to the select the ECC. That's it. So that's it. Same installation type for the ECC or any product. Same. The only thing is the related exports you need to be downloaded. So since you have ECC exports already there, if you want to select the ECC, then you can choose the ECC. But if you want to choose the ECC, then you need to select the ECC product there. ECC product means, let me show you. There is a ECC business suite and S4HANA. There are many things are there. You need to choose related product. But since you selected NetWeaver 7.5 during the initial screen of the SWPM, then if you choose the ECC exports, it won't take it out. So whatever the product you are choosing here, similar exports you need to give it.
Sir, in the kernel file, what is the file for IGSC like that?
That is the kernel. This is a kernel means OS level binaries are there here. Kernel means total four files actually. Kernel. One is the so let me explain first. Let me explain this one. Why this we got it here? So check see there is another process. One more person already started. One more person is already started. The SAP screen is already started. That's why I got the screen here. So you see one more person maybe someone already started here. So when I am done, so some more person see. So Vinay Kumar already started. Okay, that's fine. You can start it. I'm going to end the session. You can continue. No, that's enough. So kernel is the OS level libraries here, binaries. Kernel contains the four files here. One is the SAP EXE, SAP EXEDB, and IGS and IGS helper. So IGS is related, both are related to the internet graphics service related things. In the SAP level, if you want to graphically, if you want to open something OS level, this binary should be required. So SAP EXE means SAP dependent file. This is the DB dependent files. So DB independent files, DB dependent files, we have to download it. This four, we will call it as the kernels. Okay.
So what is the difference between ECC and NetWeaver?
That depends upon the product. ECC NetWeaver is the base, right? NetWeaver is the base. Then what is the difference between why we have these many products? There is each product there is a respective usage is there. That's why SAP implemented the multiple products to the customers. So NetWeaver On top of the NetWeaver, if you install the BW, that is the BW system. On top of the NetWeaver, if you install the CRM system, Fiori system. So NetWeaver is the base. NetWeaver is the base package here for any. So basic package here for any SAP product here. SAP ECC is the enterprise core component. This is the transactional system. SAP BW is the warehouse system. SAP S4HANA is the advanced version of the warehouse system. Fourth generation real-time transaction systems. These all are. Okay. If we go with the Fiori, app-based concept, SAP implemented the Fiori. Then this is the EWM warehouse, enterprise warehouse management related things. Then SAP CRM, customer relationship management system. So there is a SRM, sales relationship management system. SAP strategic related system, SCM. Then SAP SMP, mobility related systems. Then SAP. So many products are there. Each product there is a respective business use case here. Okay. So here everybody will use the ECC or ECC systems for their company. Why? Because it's a core component. It's a transactional system. So everybody will use the ECC system, and also they will also use the NetWeaver systems also. But they will just add the NetWeaver system. Then after that they will just to do the BW add-ons, some CRM add-ons. They will do that one. So just basic NW is
I
that.
have a question. Yeah, just for the installing the SAP ECC, we have to install SAP NetWeaver first, then install
Not
the
required,
SAP.
not waiver. As part of the ECC and these products, NetWeaver product also will come by default.
Okay, fine.
You no need to separately do that one. It will come as by default. Means it did not exports only. You have the NetWeaver package also available. So you no need to separately do that one.
Fine.
Is that specific to ECC only, or is that
Yeah, ECC and S4 HANA, then SAP CRM, then these products by default you will get the NetWeaver basic packages. You will get it out by default. Basic packages
okay,
you
yeah?
get it out here.
Because that was going to be my initial question before
Yeah.
Randy asked. I was going to ask, do you always have to install NetWeaver before you install any form of SAP products?
Yeah, but
But
okay,
it's
it's
not the
not
case.
required. But
Yeah.
you suppose like you don't have, so there is an SAP BW separate component. Then in this case, NetWeaver you have to install it. On top of you need to using the spam or say you need to install the BW related add-on. You need to install it. So some products NetWeaver is the basic for any SAP system. NetWeaver basic NetWeaver components are basic components here. Means core components here. Those components you will get in the ECC, S4 and a CRM. But so when you are doing the ECC, NetWeaver components also will come by default. You don't need to separately do that one. S4 and a CRM. Only if I name it BW, Java systems like PI, PO systems. Then if you want to go with the Fiori also separately. If you want to install it, you need to install the NetWeaver and Fiori. Some people what they think like, oh, I don't want to integrate S4HANA and Fiori. I want to Fiori. I want to separate, and the S4HANA is separate. Then S4HANA you need to install it, and another system, another host with another SID. Just we can install the NetWeaver system. On top of we can install the Fiori add-ons. That is the Fiori system. It's a basic. Basic is the NetWeaver basic components. Then remaining and all top ups we can do that one.
Okay. Okay. I have I have four more questions. I'm just writing it down as these come up. For logging into me.sap.com, that's something that we don't have access to, right?
Yeah, that's required the S user ID that will be provided by the company. So
Okay.
that's we required the S user ID.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. So one other question is, when you're ready to move to the executive service phase, right? Execute service phase.
Right.
Does the system kind of recognize that everything is in order, as the way you're selecting these exports and you're hosting all these files? It's not going to fail, right? Or is there a chance that execute service phase does pop up with some sort of errors if you didn't make certain selections correctly?
Yeah. So normally in the normally it's going to the execution phase means SWPM tool already reviewed, validated, it's signed,
Okay.
its signature already validated, then only it will go. But in the selection screen itself, when you are selected the like softwares, you selected the softwares, then some tool is taking some time. Immediately it's not, sorry, SWPM tool is taking some time. Then only it is going to the next step. Next it is asking why, what is happening in between time means whatever the softwares you browsed it
Mhm.
is validating. It will
Okay, good.
check the whether these files are corrupted or it is a validated. It's in the sequence. It will validate all those things. Then only it will go to the next step. Otherwise, it won't go. It will in the initial screen itself. Oh, this file is corrupted. This file is cancelled. This file is having some different error. Please download the latest file. Like that, it will give the initial itself only.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I wanted to kind of clarify, because just in case if we make a mistake, I want to make sure it's not, done incorrectly. Are kernel files, do they always end in .sar?
Yes,
Is that there?
.sar. All SAP files with the .sar files only.
No, I'm saying like kernel files itself.
Yeah, kernel files also. Kernel files also.
Okay. All right. One last question. So when you're, you want us to kind of just go through this process and then basically hit cancel, so that you'll give a chance to others to kind of get their hands on as well. At some point, are we expected to install it completely so that we can?
Someone, you can also do the installation completely, but thing is, others will wait, right? When we don't have maybe up to review parameter section, that is fine. Actually, you no need to do complete installation. Why? Because
Right.
you no need to do anything there. Some tool you need to watch the screen. That's it. You nothing. You need to do the watch the screen, what is progressing, and that is watch it. If you want to do it, so you can do it. But so review parameter section, that is fine. But if you want to perform the complete installation, so you can perform it. So no one stop you. Just you can perform it. Not a problem.
So will you be doing that like after everybody gets their hands on it? Will you be doing that to set up a system itself so that we do the rest of the administrative work? Or
No, installation now actually I have done the up to review parameter section. I have cancelled, right? Then you can
right.
also do the same. Maybe you can execute completely, not a problem. If you want to go with the completely, then you can execute it up to 100% completed. You will see, you will get the pop-up like, so your SAP system has been successfully installed. Then after that, what we have to do, we'll do in the next steps. So only today, just concentrate on the how to
Okay.
start the installation, how to provide the browse the softwares and everything. Then so review parameter section. Then if you want to execute completely, you can execute it, or if you want to cancel in the middle, you can cancel it. That's your wish.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that's it, everybody. So please start and let me know if you have questions.
Sir, one more question.
class or not, sir?
Tomorrow we tomorrow let's what about you, everybody? Tomorrow, Saturday.
Available, sir.
Okay, I am also okay, but
I'm fine.
fine, right, everybody?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Anyhow, we'll see the installation again tomorrow also. Why? Because weekend you will get the time to complete the installations today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and Sunday. So then that's fine. We'll use these 2 days to tomorrow also. We'll use the time for installation only. So we'll see. We'll see the why, because if you start preparing, you will get the lot of doubts and confidence. So then we'll see. Okay. But we'll connect
Okay.
tomorrow and we'll see. We'll discuss
Ravi,
about.
I think Vinay has a question as well.
Yes, Vinay.
I think somebody was trying to ask a question.
I think no one is.
I have a question. That PAS and ASC, these two instances are always created in a single system, or it can be created in multiple
Single
systems?
system only, single only.
Okay.
No, I don't want to create the single system. I want to go for the differently means you need to choose the high availability concept, standard distributed. So you need to go for the high availability. That time, ASCS is on the one host and application server is on the one host. Like that, it will create.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, you have installed the database in a separate way, separately. Then how it is going to mapping with the SAP system and database? Installed now.
Database software we have installed it. Then during the SWPM screen, the first screen itself, it is asked so please provide the DB instance details. Then we provide the DB instance details. Then the SWPM will communicate internally to database, and it will install on top of the database.
So we have to give the database server name.
Database server instance details we have given, right? Please choose the DB instance details and everything. That time we have browsed the DB instance details, and we executed the next step.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe that is the first step actually that is asked. Good question. That is the first step. So please provide the DB host details, DB details, something like that. SQL server details. Maybe if you start it, you will come to know all those things.
But while choosing the NetWeaver MS SQL server, that is not a predefined. It is taking from the SQL database server.
Right. Whatever the database you chosen, so it will ask only that database only.
Okay.
Maybe if you choose the HANA database, it will ask the HANA database details. If you choose the Sybase, then it will ask the Sybase DB details here. So if the data SQL server means, it will check the internally it is installed on the same host, then please provide the instance details. In the same host, in the same in the OS, we have installed the DB also, right? Then you need to choose the SAP practice one is our host, then you can choose the same, then it will take it to the next step. While choosing DB is not up and running and everything, DB is down or something, then it won't go next step until you provide the DB correctly. Just try today. Just try it today. So then you will get the more doubts and tomorrow.
Yes, sir. One more question.
Yes.
Yeah, for any installation, we have to first install the DB. After that, only we have to install the SWPM tool.
Right. DB is very important.